Death be not proud.
So normally I'm not one to complain, unless you know me personally. I probably have a friend right there who's gonna be like, oh, bullshit, motherfucker. You complain about everything all the time. But, you know, my coach at kickboxing and boxing says, you know why I like you, HD, is because you never complain. I tell you to do 300 kicks, 150 on each leg, you go and you do the 300 kicks. You know, and then you don't complain, and so I actually had to tell you the secret of putting aftershave on your shins after you're done kicking. You know, so I'm that kind of guy. And you might ask, what am I doing home on a Monday? Well, funny story, true story, last week my washing machine broke, so I had to stay here the entire day because I want to know, I'm asking you the viewer, what kind of time window is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.? So we're going to inconvenience you. We're not going to give you half of the day. I can't go into work and work till noon and then you're going to tell me you're going to be anywhere from 1 to 3 p.m. There's a 3-hour window, which makes a little more sense. No, we'll show up at a random time, and then 24 hours before you're supposed to get your washing machine, we're going to call you at 6 o'clock on a Sunday to tell you that time frame, so that you have to miss an entire day of work. Now I know what it's like to be a real YouTuber. I actually have all day to make a video for you, the viewer. But mostly, I'm here to talk about algorithmic suppression. And one might ask, what is algorithmic suppression? It's when you make a successful video, something that'll get 6 likes inside of 2 minutes of its actual release. 6 likes inside of 2 minutes, which is really good for an amateur content creator, only for you to go to bed thinking that you made a really good video. You actually invested about 4.5 hours of time of note-taking and rehearsal to make your video. You spent about 4 hours grabbing your clips to edit into your video, not to mention processing all of that and waiting for it to upload and doing quality control, only to wake up the next day knowing that you did a good job, but YouTube threw you in YouTube jail. Alright? So I'm being algorithmically suppressed. And I have no clue why. Which is, you know, it just pisses me off. Because, you know, it's like, I'm an amateur, for crying out loud. Really. I don't even have a microphone. I got a microphone. It's sitting here on a broken headset. I bought a microphone. I don't even know where it is. I have to sell it and give some of my patrons their money back because the microphone that I did buy doesn't play well with the Sony Handycam. Because you find out as you go as a YouTuber that certain pieces of technology don't, like Sony, they don't play good with other pieces of technology. And I just want to know why. Why am I being beaten down by the algorithm? For what? For not having a channel that's generated by the YouTube corporation, generated by Google to harvest ad revenue, for not being a YouTube partner, for not being Sci-Fi Wire and having NBC as my owner and backer to make bland, nerd-based content for you, Joe Sixpack and Joe Soy Boy to sit there and consume about, oh, SWAT Cats? Do you remember SWAT Cats? Yes, I remember SWAT Cats. Let's be nostalgic about SWAT Cats. Moving on, let's go be nostalgic about some other shitty Saturday morning cartoon that used to be on before wrestling. You know, for not being Mr. H or Mr. Acid Glow, for making G-rated content, rated G for Google. You know, I want to know why. Why am I even being suppressed? Last week I noticed I had the same problem with Madman. It was gone for a second, then they put it back. So every video I release now is going to be gone for a second, then they're going to put it back so it has no momentum. They do that to fuck with you right at the beginning, clearly. just so the video doesn't, because that when you release a video, you have what's called the manic minute, which is everything that's going to happen to one of my videos being at the level that I am is basically going to do one of two things. It's going to take off relatively quickly. My fans are going to come in, and I'm going to get about 100 likes, and within the end of the week, I'm going to be sitting at about 103, because YouTube also strips the likes off of my video for no fucking reason at all. You know, so you know, it takes me 3 to 6 months just to keep 10 subs. All right, my needle for subscribers hasn't moved from 2873 in 6 months. It has not moved from 2873 in 6 months. And you know, I'm not really worried about the subscriber count per se, but I know what the fucking number is, right? I know how to count, which YouTube clearly thinks that most of you are all so dumb, you can't count.
Can I interest you in a butt fucking?
Even though my YouTube analytics say I've gained 10 subs in 28 days. Really, motherfucker? I've gained 10 subs in 28 days? How come the number's not sitting at 2883? It hasn't moved. Yet they're spitting in my face every single day with that one. Alright, so one of my stupid horror movie reviews during the month of October, or whenever I decide to do one because I feel like doing it, they get about 200 to 250 views at best. And I'm being suppressed by the algo bot? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, you know, you get the 2 likes within 6 minutes, which means you might actually have the ability to go beyond your normal fan base if you get to the magic 50 within the first 24 hours. You know, but I found out that the video was immediately taken down for nudity, basically for side boobage. Yet if I get onto a VPN and I type in the country, I'm in Norway. I can watch naked yoga on the platform. Really. I can watch naked yoga on the YouTube platform. But I'm being suppressed for nudity on this one. I really think that it was like, there might have been one nipple, and you have to really, really, really reach hard into the nether regions of your eye sockets just to see the one nipple. I mean, I was very, very careful. I did experiments, private videos, before I even uploaded my last video, to make sure everything was going to go off without a hitch, to make sure that I wasn't going to be hit by the copyright bot. You know, the mysterious copyright bot where you can get copyrighted for generic music. You can get copyrighted for having a movie playing in the background during a live stream. You know, that bot.
We call it a butt fucking.
I'm a bleeping amateur fucking YouTube content creator whose gaming mainstay has eroded over the years so badly. Like, I just out of, like, here's some famous quotes from some of the other gamers and friends around me. Why would I do that? Fuck that. I won't play that. That game is old. I want to go consume new game, get new edition, and play that. I don't want to go back and play something that I already own. It's broken. There you go. That is your standard tabletop gaming consumer piece of shit. Or in their defense, some of these people have died or they've moved away. There you go. Some of these people have died over the years or they've moved away. I've had a lot of friends die over the years. And but a lot of gaming friends, they've either died or got killed, or they're just, I don't want to play that. It's broken. It's old game. Want to consume new game. Why don't you want to consume new game, spend thousands of dollars? No? There you go. That's the mindset of almost every single gamer around me. Not all, but most. So I've had to shift my content to talking about my hobbies. This is basically a vlog for my hobbies. Shumi wa nan desu ka? That's a good example. What are your hobbies? That's Japanese. That's a hobby. Kickboxing, boxing, that's a hobby. Weightlifting, that's a boxing. Check out the weightlifting video. If you do those exercises 4 times a week, you'll lose weight, you'll gain muscle, you'll be Haas, you know? But they have the audacity to tell me I've gained 10 in the last 28 days, you know? So, bullshit aside, you know, I look at some of like the bigger content producers, like real no bullshit YouTube creators like Six Hexenhammer or Razor Fist or Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game Nerd probably being the reason that a lot of people even have YouTube channels. And, you know, like he's a top-notch, real no bullshit. He actually has 1 million subs. So, you know, 500,000 people will watch his video eventually. Content creator. He's not Lawrence of Tabletop Tactics. He's actual A-tier content producer. He's the kind of person that will get you to use a platform if he moves to a different platform. You know, and even he's being beaten down by the algo bot because what? He gave a video game a bad review? You know? I mean, he's lucky now with the way things are that if he even gets in 20 days, he even gets 500,000 views on one of his videos. So I just want to know, why is YouTube dropping the hammer on me? What did I do? And I'm somebody who will probably never have 3,000 subs. I will probably, let alone ever get to 5,000. It makes absolutely no sense. Well, in YouTube's mind, it makes perfect sense, you know. We got to hit everybody as hard as we can because we don't want to pay ad revenue. If you don't want to pay ad revenue, then, you know, just don't pay the ad revenue to the content creators. You only have, like, what? I want a good number. I mean, there's probably, I want to say 100 maybe, you know, like core channels that they have to pay. And most of those are like legacy media outlets like Bill O'Reilly, the former news anchor at Fox News, has enough money to take Google to court, so they have to pay him his full ad revenue. Otherwise, he's not going to be on the platform or something like that. But let's put my channel up against Tabletop CP. For a while, I was making a video, he'd make a video, and my video would do almost as good as him. And YouTube allowed him to get to 10,000 subs. You know, I'm not going to say that that number is real, and this isn't a slight against the guy. I'm going to say that there is some bot farming going on for certain content creators, and you got to knock it the fuck off. All right? You just, I mean, anybody can go and pay a Chinese bot farm to go and leave comments on your channel. And I really think that's why a lot of content producers these days do not reply to their comments. They do not reply to their comments because they are bot farming. They are bot farming. None of these people are real. I at least know that my subscriber base is actually real. You know, I may not know what your face looks like in real life, but if you were to show me your icon for your YouTube handle, I would recognize the icon. I recognize you by icon. And so, you know, I know that most of you are real. Ross Diggle has a dreadnought. Tarius Wargaming has some kind of chaos-looking dude on his icon. JVC Paints, he has little cat eyes. Neko, it's a Neko face. You know, so... And I also know that his channel's originally called Von Shapongu. Like, you go down, there's a picture of a Ranger for Ranger Wargaming. You know, you got VK for Von Ketteringham. So, yeah, I'll know your icon, especially if I see it. If you were to walk up to me and you were a fan of me and you were to show me your icon, I'd probably know who you are. You know? But even he's lucky with his 10,000 subs. If one of, let's say he releases 4 videos in the month, if one of those gets to 8,000 views and 300 likes. Where's the, you know, I mean, he should have more than that. He's got some videos that haven't even broken the 500 within the last 3 weeks or something like that, you know. Some of them don't do anything, you know. Granted, I don't like everything that he does, the little skirmish games I never watch, but I do tune in for a bolt action game here and there, and I'm not slighting the guy. I'm just beating him over the head as an example. Not to mention, you know, you got to leave comments, you know. You got to at least say thank you. So I'm going to kind of change things up just a little bit because I actually find myself using different ways into YouTube. Like on my phone, I'm going through a browser. I'm not using the YouTube app. The YouTube app can go and fuck itself. Off, on, it can suck my dick long and hard.
Suck my dick, bitch. Fuck you.
And off and on. I'm not using that anymore. I'm using my browser on my phone. I'm using the browser on my computer. And not to mention, you know, YouTube ads have become so unbearable. And I actually think that, you know, I mean, I love my viewers enough that I would never subject them to it. But if you go and you check out one of my videos, How to Paint a Roman Legionary, there's ads on that, and I don't even have ads turned on, you know? And that's what it's like working with YouTube. They just like to put cock in ass, as Barty Artist would say.
It's easy. If you sign up right now, I'll get up and slap you in the face with my dick.
You know, so I'm going to start to mirror some of my videos on Rumble, because there is something to be said being first onto a platform, because I find myself watching Rumble, I find myself watching Odyssey, because YouTube is becoming so unusable, because now, you know, for most videos, if you have ads turned on, there's a 15-second ad, and then there's two of them. One of them you have to watch for 8 fucking seconds before they even let you in to watch the video. And you might only be watching a stupid Family Guy clip, but they want their 15-second ad to run, and it's unskippable. Like, the introduction of unskippable ads is totally bullshit. So, I'm going to be deleting certain content, like older stuff from like 2016. You know, there's going to be a lot of videos that are just going to get deleted, and then I'm going to re-upload them to Rumble, and I'm going to re-upload them to YouTube, because why not harvest some extra views just to spite them? So my latest video to come out that kind of got me written up was Madman, which was one that I did last week, and this one that got me written up was Female Prisoner 701. And the links are going to be pinned in the comment below. And I think it would be nice if some of my fans came out of the woodwork and helped me give the middle finger to YouTube. You know, because if I actually get 10 shares and 150 likes on some of these videos, that really does, like, punch them in the face. And then you've got, like, White Karen or the Algo bot, like, spinning their gears, grinding their teeth, going, what the fuck, this is not fair, does not compute, beep beep boop boop beep beep boop, you can't do that, HD. You're supposed to be suppressed in the algorithm, but I know that I'm talking to real people, and you know, I just wanted to vent my frustrations, because that is some bullshit. I mean, I'm shouting at the camera right now, because I'm not loud, it's just the way I talk. That's my acting style. Anyway, as you know, YouTube has many features you can use to interact with me. You can like the video, dislike the video, comment, or subscribe. But until I see you again, check out Female Prisoner 701, check out Madman, check out the Critters video. We got a couple more in the Monster Fest to come this month for the October, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled gaming program whenever the Ranger decides to come up out of the woodwork with his Persian army to get his butt kicked by yours truly. And we'll see you in the next one.
This is an unbearable strain, but I'm doing it as hard as I've ever done it before.
When on.
I friggin' sold out. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.